If you had a taste of awakening, you would realize how much time we waste in opinions, judgment, resentments, and anger over the way things haven't been or were. We have our wounds of the past. I know I have mine. And for example, let's say a wound happened to me around 9. And for 40 years after that, I held on to that wound every day as if it happened that day. It's a long time to be holding on to a snippet of time that, over time I snowballed it. It snowballed. It didn't get better talking about it. It didn't get better by me wallowing in it. It only got better by me opening and allowing the feelings to kind of, sink in. And then I worked on it. How? Somatic release, body movement, breathing, meditation, prayer. I started to stay out of the gossip circles. And for as many bad habits as I had, replace them with as many good habits. And I'd like to think today I have more good habits than I do bad habits. But they're still there, and I address them. And it's progress, not perfection. But I also don't use that as an excuse, because that was my excuse for a long time. But is there progress? And that's why self-inquiry is so important, because if I'm not asking myself these questions, 90% of my friends are going to co-sign my BS, because that's what we've been indoctrinated to do. Our loved ones, do we really have? I could only ask myself these questions for a long time. No, I just co-signed whatever they were doing just to make nice. And I was miserable on the inside because I wasn't being authentic. So this time, these years that I've spent working on myself, I've not only reintroduced myself to myself, the authentic me, the part that is opening up and embracing what was so I can enjoy what is. We have to give in order to get. We have to have balance. It's not these extremes, I used to go around saying I'm this and I don't do that. And it was all BS, At the end of the day, at the end of my addiction, I did all my I would nevers. So, it's very humbling, which is a good place to be. Humility is an awesome place to be. I never want to act the way I did better than sticking my nose up at the air. Or like, what? Who did I think I was? But, whatever happened, you are here for a great purpose. And today marks the day where I would like to think starts the alignment. Just aligning with ourselves, our true self. I was a different person when I was at work and in front of the kids and then with party friends and then with these, and none of it was authentic, And just because I got clean and sober, came out of rehab, halfway house, sober living, whatever, behavior changes are a whole different ballgame. Yeah, that takes practice and more practice and failure and, it's just, and it's not really failure. It's just the suffering we go through thinking we're a failure, because all these, this is not an earth where we need to reach, look who I became. some of us just having a very simple life and being able to talk to everyday people on the street about how it is possible for you to have joy, happiness, and peace in your life and contentment, where once, for me, there never was. So, yeah, humility is great. I don't need to have all the luxuries because I have myself today. And if that's something you're looking for, start changing your algorithms. If you're doing some doom scrolling, do it at least with some wellness posts. Listen to some Eckhart Tolle, Michael Singer, Tara Brach, Ram Dass. Get some really, whatever your dig is. But I had very limited beliefs. And I just, none of this closed me off to anyone. It just opened me up to be able to love all beings under this globe, because on some level, we wouldn't be able to survive without anything else that's going on exactly the way it is at this moment. And it gets freaky, but I've run way over time, and I want to do more. I do a lot of absorbing of information, a lot of consuming of information, but I haven't been producing a lot. So hopefully this alignment, I just came out of like a 10-day depression, nothing, I allow my feelings today. I allow this process and I work through it. And I am my personal best each day, but that doesn't mean, I'm elated and excited and it needs to be that way. I can accept my human for how she's feeling today and still show up and do my work and be the best person I can be. You know, everything's preparing, it never ends. It's just a bunch of transitions. Even at the moment of death, it's another transition. You can disagree, but there's an inner knowing when you're connected. And I hate saying this, but the powers that be, it seems like they just want us to stay in fear and sick. And I'm doing my best to defy that and to make myself as well as possible. Because when I'm well, I can give back by giving you guys content that will possibly encourage or, bring something to you that gives you hope. Because hold on, the pain ends. And it may come back and up, but then it dissipates. We were built for this. Have a great evening, day, whenever you're looking at this, and know you are loved.